Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
You see, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Get money division, the place where you transform into a man on a mission. Learning to not feel guilty about selfish decisions. You and your best self would be on a head-on collision. You will not be stopped by obstacles that's dropped by those who wanna see you fall, cause more wanna see you fall. You will be so focused, you won't get no peace at all, till you go from mud feet to walking on streets of gold. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Dr. B.O.A. the utmost most alpha surgeon, helping you to become your most alpha version. Old and new you, this is where they will be merging. Get money today, so later you'll be splurging. Tell them haters you do not care what they say about you. Just get to live out to make them live without you. When your vision sprouts to living it from chasing it. When they say your name, just make sure they put some bass on it. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. Alphas don't trust hoes. They just think they should be trusted. Alphas take control. They just let they bitches lead. I'm just saying I'm the motherfucking man, cause my bitch ain't got no plans, and my wishes are command. And everything that she do is for the team. Seeing daddy win the ring, it's a motherfucking dream. And she knows everything I want, everything I need, it's guaranteed. Everything I do, everything I say, it's my way, you know way, you know way, it's okay, you know. Your bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. I don't trust these hoes. Bitches don't know honesty. I stay in control. Never relinquish the lead. I'm just saying you are not the fucking man. If your bitch got her own plans and your wish ain't her command, and everything that she do ain't for the team. Seeing you in the ring ain't her motherfucking dream. She should know everything you want, everything you need, it's a guarantee. Everything you do, everything you say, it's your way, you know way, you know way, it's okay, you know. Your bitch want me to come through. She said she think of me when she with you. She really want a man to treat her right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight. Your bitch want me to come through. She suffering from the beta nigga blues. She really want a man to beat it right, and I can be the man la mama need for tonight.
What's good, homies? What's good? What's good? It's your man, Dr. BOA. Back up in the joint, man, doing our thing once again. Showing up on the scene, man, with a gangster lean. What's good, homies? What's good? Appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. We back once again, man. Another great show for the day, man. Let's see what we got in the building so far. Let's see, man. We got the homie Walberto in the building, man. Harlem World, what up? Medinator, what up, man? Markel, what up? David, what up? Why I see you, homie. See Rob, what up? Kebron, what up? I see you, man.
King Abraham, what up, homie? Mr. Slab, what up, Slab? Fitz, I see you, man. Gennaro, what up? G Brown, what up, man? Lake and Elijah, I see y'all, man. G Money, what up? Kazan Clan, what up, man? First seat. EJ, what up? Jai, what up? Tim, I see you, man. Alexandre, what up? Dionysus, what up? Voice, I see you, man. June, yo, what up, man? MPI, what up? Eric, I see you, man. The great one. All right, man, let's get ready to do this thing, man. All right, man. You know, asking women to go out on dates, man. And man, I be trying not to talk about this a lot, but it's weak, man. It's weak, man, to be sitting back asking women to go out on dates with you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just absolutely weak, man. And there are several reasons why it just makes no sense. You know, because here's the thing: it's not about anything about dating or game or being a player. None of that. Practically, technically, literally, logically, it just doesn't make sense to ask a woman, and not just a woman, to ask many women out on dates. The first thing is this right here. First, let's talk about this. Let's go to school. First, let's cover the elephant in the room. Big Stone, appreciate the sponsorship, homie. Fud Man, appreciate the dime. What's good, BOA? The King Ray Ray video from earlier was much needed. I appreciate you, bro. Salute, salute. Famo, salute. So, you know, guys admit that the odds of getting a woman, like the percentages of closing the deal when cold approaching women, is very, very low. Very, very low. Now, logically, that would lead us to assess the situation and see why it's so low. Why are the odds of actually closing the deal with the woman when you cold approach her so low? And it's not like they're just low in the South and they're not low in New York, or they're just low in New York and they're not low in the South, or they're not low out West. They're just low all across the board. And there's a reason for this. And I got a video coming up probably tomorrow. I'm going to drop it on y'all tomorrow. There's a reason for this. Somebody put it in the chat. What you think the reason is? Why are the odds of closing the deal when you cold approach women so low? Why you got to approach 100 women to get one? You know what I'm saying? Why you got to approach 500 women to get 10? Why you got to approach 1,000 women to get a stable of 15? Just somebody put it in the chat. Somebody help me out here. Somebody tell me why the odds of closing the deal when you cold approach women are so low. And it's a very simple answer, but I don't think men get it. I really don't believe men get this. Nightmare Files, appreciate the dub. Very interested in this topic. Salute, salute. Sterling said they're not all gonna be attracted to you. Harlan World said these modern women have practically no SMV whatsoever. Yeah, I agree that, World Breaker. It's a very simple explanation, man, and men overlook it so much. But I have heard women say this, not just one woman, multiple women. I've heard multiple women say this. Why is it so? Why are the odds so low that you're going to close the deal? Why is the success rate less than 20%? There's no other facet of life that we're going to work through a 20% success rate. We're going to view that as a failure. We're not going to keep doing something that's a 20% success rate. If you go to work every day, but then when it's time to pay, they only pay you 20% of your salary. You're going to keep that job? if I give you a workout regimen and diet regimen and you only get 20% of the results you want and you're doing everything on my regimen, you're going to go hire somebody else. You're going to find another trainer. There's no other facet in life. If you go to the gas station to fill up and you pay enough for a full tank, you only get 20% of that gas, you're going to raise hell at the gas station. Why is it that the odds of cold approach are so low? I see some good answers because you don't fit their ideal, because you relinquish control immediately rather. You're approaching her first, boost her ego to oblivion because the juice ain't worth the squeeze anyway. Man, let me tell y'all the simple thing. Women don't like to be cold approached by strange men. It turns a woman off to be cold approached by a strange man. Think about it. Some of these men are successful. They look like they got money. They're handsome, or what a woman would consider attractive, and they still get shot down. Why is that? Because women don't like to be approached by strange dudes. They get attention all day long from the dudes they know when they're at work, looking good. When they're at the grocery store, looking good. When they're at the gym, looking good. When they post the pics online, looking good. They always get attention from the men that they actually interact with on a daily basis. Women do not like being cold approached. Bad chicks don't. Bad chicks do not like being cold approached by strange dudes. They just don't like it. It turns them off because it reeks of desperation. A woman feels like, if you're so successful, why you got time to come bother me? And you got to go through 100 women to find that one or two that just see you and you just do it for them. But here's the thing. If you don't cold approach and ask women out on dates and do all that dumb stuff, you're going to come across those two anyway. And this whole thing about waiting to, well, you gotta deal with rejection. Man, that shit don't apply to women. These boys trying to take business ideas and apply them to women because they so desperate to get women's attention. They're so desperate to get women's attention. Man, some of these guys are, or some of you guys, because I know some of you guys are listening. Some of you guys feel motivated and feel good about yourself because you can make a woman smile. I want you to think about that. You make a woman smile. So the hell what? She probably was in a good mood anyway. See, what we got to understand is this. Guys act like this culture of women using their bodies and using, what they, and using their weapon to solidify positions in men's lives hasn't always gone on. That's always gone on since we've been in the world, for sure. So you have to ask yourself, why is it that men are willing to be shot down by women? You look at it as a positive to be shot. I want you to ask yourself why in the hell you look at it as a positive to be shot down by a broad. In front of your homies, in front of her friends, in public. You guys are the same as the guys who sit down and propose to the woman in public and get shot down. Why would you, as a man who pedestalizes yourself as any type of king, any type of royalty, any type of regality, any type of anything, resign yourself to being rejected by a broad, man? And here's the thing. It's not just that you get rejected. It's that you put a positive spin on getting rejected by women. I've heard these dudes say all kind of stupid things like, well, getting rejected by women helps you in business. Stupid. No, it doesn't. Because in business, you already have a value proposition to offer. Nobody's going to do business with somebody who just shows up and say, hey, man, I see you're successful. I want to do business with you. They say, okay, well, let's talk. Let's talk. What you got? What you got going on? Nothing. I just want to do business with you. Come on, fool. It's simping, man. It's one of the most beta mindsets ever to say, I enjoy getting rejected by women. I embrace being rejected by women. I deal with being rejected by women makes me strong. No, it doesn't. It makes you resilient to being told that you're not worthy. You just embrace that as normal. You know how crazy you got to be to embrace being rejected as normal? It represents failure. If you're rejected over and over and over and over and over and over again, it represents failure. There's no other facet in life where we're going to accept those low odds. But here's the problem. The number one sign of tricking is that everything you do when it comes to women is focused on intimacy first. Everything you do is focused on intimacy first. You'll do anything to get some loving. You'll do anything to get a woman in your bed. You'll beg to get in between her legs. You do all that. You'll serve till you get on her nerves. And the bottom line is you're still going to have very low odds, very low success rate. See, let me tell y'all something. I figured out, you know how, let's talk about this. Everybody want pimping to be dead. Everybody always talking about get rid of that pimp culture. Stop talking that pimping. Well, let me tell you something. If you're a man that says get rid of pimp culture, get rid of pimp principles, then you're a simp, sir. That's what you are. You're the simp captain. Aye, simp captain. You're the simp captain. You're the simp captain of the simp ship. Going to the simp universe. Because let me tell you something you don't never hear. These same dudes don't say, let's get rid of simping. I want y'all to think about this. There's a group of men who believe simping is better than pimping. There's a group of men who believe using simp principles to deal with women is better than using pimp principles to deal with women. We're going to let that marinate for a minute. The bottom line is there was a time where men with pimp principles taught young men how to deal with women. Now, the men with simp principles are teaching the young men how to deal with women. So these young men are believing that you go and just run around cold approaching women that you want. Let me tell you something, fool. You don't know if you want a woman just looking at her. You got to meet a woman first before you know you want her. You don't know how you just looking at her physically. You want her? Man, that woman could have a ninja. She might not even be up on her hygiene. She might have man, listen, she might be leaving home from coming from over a dude's house. How you know you want a woman when you see her? Because you let your lust lead you, man. You let your lust leave you, man. You let your lust lead you. See, too many men just don't understand women. I figured it out. Too many men don't understand women. So if you don't understand women, you can't tell that women don't like to be cold approached by strange dudes. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, if you don't have any level of notoriety or fame, if a woman don't know you when she see you and she a bad chick, she already got other suitors. There are men who, listen, men with money and power, men with money and prestige, men with fame and fortune are always drawn to very attractive women. So if she's a very attractive woman, she already has particular suitors who are very well off, because a man, the more money a man gets, the more he feels like he deserves that woman. Like he can get that woman. He can have that woman. He's a gift to that woman. That's just how the modern man feels. So how are you going to believe that that woman wants you to cold approach her? I've heard dudes say all types of, women don't know what they want. No, okay, they may not know what they want, but they know what they don't like. And women don't like to be cold approached by strange men. Man, I've talked to women from all walks of life. That's one of the questions that I ask women. I ask a random woman that question. You understand? Like, if say a woman showed me attraction confirmation, man, I step to and talk to her, man, realize within the first, 2 minutes of conversation that I don't want to move forward with her. I ain't gonna dog out or anything. I'm gonna sit there, man. I may have a conversation with her, man, and I'm gonna ask her. She gonna say, well, a lot of times when a woman asks you, well, I saw you looking at me. Why you ain't come over here? I said, well, shit. I mean, you had to invite me. You know what I'm saying? When you gave me that look and you looked me up and down from head to toe, I know that was my invite, so I came on over. I know I ain't had to knock on the door, so I just walked on in. And so that's the icebreaker. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious as a heart attack, but she finds humor in it because women are silly like that. So I'll ask a woman during that conversation, I say, let me ask you something. Do you have I mean, but if I had just came over here and cold approach you like that, then I mean, you cool with that? You like men or just walking up to you, approaching you? He said, no, I don't like men doing that, but I thought I was, I was looking at you. I thought we were flirting. And I'd be like, okay, cool. But if it wasn't, say you didn't see me and I just walked up to you and tried to talk to you, how you feel about that? Man, women hate that. These dudes are playing you, man. These dudes are playing you, telling you to go out here and run around cold approaching these women. They don't like it. And then when it fails, many times you're back again trying to figure out why it ain't working for you. Hell, it don't work for nobody. Cold approaching women doesn't work for anyone. It's not just you, young homie. Don't work for nobody. Listen, that's why I don't do it. I put it to you like this. The men that I've seen have the most success with women are pimps. And the one thing I've never seen pimps do, walk around cold approaching women. Here's the thing. If you're a pimp in a certain town, a reputable pimp, all the bras know you already. So there's no such thing as cold approaching when all the bras know you coming. You know what I'm saying? Say, I'm pimp Dr. BOA. I'm coming down. I got a stable of 10. My girl's out there beating the pavement. We getting it. I'm coming down, riding down in a Duesenberg or coming down in a Rolls Royce. So I'm coming down clean. I'm known throughout the city. The pimps respect me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the women pet and the men regret. So ain't no woman in that city I can cold approach. I'm just waiting to catch her reckless eyeballing or catching her doing something to let me know she into me, catching her staring at my suit too much, catching her staring at my shoe too much, acting like she looking down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and knock him for his broad. But I can't cold approach in that environment. So dude be saying all type of crazy things. Well, pimps be cold approaching all the time. That's what campaigning is. No, a pimp is campaigning in his town. He already there. Or a bunch of pimps congregating together. That's a totally different thing. Cold approach is when you, unknown man, go and walk up to a woman who ain't studying your ass. That's what cold approach is. And that's why she turns around and turns you down. That's why you get rejected. Because she don't want you. Matter of fact, she didn't want you talking to her. As a matter of fact, she is wondering in her brain who the hell you think you are by coming over there talking to her in the first place. And you know what you do? Well, yeah, man, I get rejected all the time. I get rejected all the time. Yeah, you probably get rejected in every facet of life all the time. If you find me a man who embraces being rejected by women, that boy embraces rejection throughout his entire life. Here's the thing about embracing rejection. When these guys say they embrace rejection, they don't go back and try to rework nothing. They just keep approaching a whole bunch of more women the same way. In business, if you go and try to do business with somebody and they reject your proposition, you know what you got to do. You got to improve some. You got to make more money. You got to solidify the business more. You got to solidify the business plan more. You know you got to fix something because they're going to tell you. Women don't tell you nothing. And these guys don't sit around and say, well, I approach you. How come you ain't want to talk to me? What's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? And because if you do that, you're a square. There's just no sense in cold approaching, man. Mass Man, appreciate the $10 super chat. Cold approaching is dead. Thank you for speaking fact, Dr. BOA. Also, DM and inbox need women is pointless. That's another thing, man. Man, I don't jump in no woman DM. I've never jumped in a woman DM. Any woman that I've ever interacted with online has jumped in my DM. I have never jumped in a woman DM. I never have. I never will. I ain't going to do it. I simply will not do it. It's simping, man. I ain't jumping no woman DM. Because listen, even celebrities begin put on blast for jumping in women DM. Because they don't. If women don't want celebrities cold approaching them, why the hell you think they want your average ass approaching them? You got average income, average popularity, average wardrobe, average vehicle, average residence, average everything. If a man that's worth millions and has high visibility, if a woman put him on blast for jumping in a DM, what's the chance you got? See, we got to stop acting like we don't see what's going on around us. Gone are the days where young men should be around here, man, being taught to go out and run and chase these women. Cold Pro was dead before social media. You know what I'm saying? It's been dug up and reburied deeper. They put it in a 6-foot hole at first. These fools dug it back up. They put it back in a 12-foot hole this time. You can't get that deep. The dirt will fall back in and bury you too. So can't nobody take it out this time. It's dead and gone, man. It's dead and gone. Because I'm going to be honest with you. If you get to the money and become successful on any level, you ain't got to be the most successful in the man in the world. Just be successful in your city. You know what I'm saying? If you are successful in your city, man, you can have your pick of women in your city. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I live in the South. The pickers are slim, but I got my pick. You know what I'm saying? If I wanna rightfully get out there and just, man, I can have my pick, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. When you get to a certain level, that's why young men don't have no business focus on cold approaching women and doing all that. You're doing it the hard way. Take all that energy and put it in getting your money, then you ain't got to cold approach women. You understand? You ain't got to cold approach women. And here's the thing. Let me tell you a secret. You don't want no woman who don't want you anyway. So what's the purpose in embracing getting rejected by a woman who didn't want you anyway? You got to embrace the learning. What do you learn from that? What do you learn from being rejected? Guys tell me, well, I'll learn a lot. Being rejected make me strong. No, hell it don't. Being rejected make you stupid because it make you keep doing the same thing that doesn't work. 20%. And listen, 20% is high. Most guys got between a 5 and 10% success rate with cold approach. If you're doing anything, that only gets you that success rate, man, you wasting time. You are wasting time, homies. There is nothing in the world I'm going to do continually that gives me a 5 to 10% success rate. 20% is low enough, but 5 to 10%, but 5 to 10% is failure. That's failure, homie. Because when you adjust it for the women you don't want, we talking about 3 to 7%. You mean tell me, man, you're going to go 3 to 7% success rate and keep doing the same thing? And what's worse is you keep promoting it to these young dudes. And these young dudes don't know no better because ain't nobody telling them that opposite. They trying to figure out a new way to do something that fails. They're trying to figure out how to put more energy into something that's going to fail. They're trying to figure out a better way to do something that is going to fail. They're trying to figure out how to master something that is going to fail. You know how much energy it takes to master something? Why dedicate to something that's bound to fail, man? Help me understand it. Help me understand why we're going to dedicate ourselves to doing something that's bound to fail, homies. See, tricking has been excused and abused by dudes who don't mind being misused by these bras. You understand what I'm saying? There's a bunch of guys out here that don't mind being misused, that don't mind being abused, that don't mind being, don't mind being confused. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep in mind that there are rules to engagement with women. And the number one rule is that you deal with women from a position of power. And cold approaching a woman is a position of weakness. Ain't no power in cold approaching no broad, man. None. B. Ross, appreciate the dime. David with a Y, salute homie, appreciate the dub. Like Big Mo said, ninjas never sweat the E304 because players always get chose. Man, that's real. These guys act like that's not real. Shinobi style, salute, man, appreciate the dime. Aside from here, brothers will do well to check out Iceberg Slim's audio booked out. Yep. Timothy Powell, welcome to the Alpha family. Welcome to the Green Label Gang, homie. Salute. You know, the reality of the scenario is, man, when you tell young guys that it's okay for a woman to treat you like you're less than, for a woman to treat you like you're not valuable, for a woman to treat you like you don't matter, for a woman to treat you like she's above you, man, these guys can't recover from that. Man, listen, incels are created by the cold approach. The mindset that promotes the cold approach is the same mindset that creates guys who are incels. Because guys who push and peddle cold approach lie about their success rate. If you cold approach women, man, you are not having a lot of success with women. You're not. So if you approach 100 women and you get 3, you're going to show those 3. You're not going to tell about the anguish and the time wasting of approaching the other 97 women. And here's the other crazy thing, homie. You don't live in an area where you can approach 500 dimes. You don't live in an area where you can approach 100 dimes. You don't. Because the majority of beautiful women already with a man. These boys be locking these beautiful women down in relationships, man. You ain't going to approach, it man going to take you a month to approach 100 women. So you're going to take a whole month, waste a whole month, approach 100 women to get 3? And you're going to do all that Here's the bad thing about it. You're going to do all that just to get laid, man. You ain't going to get paid. You just going to get laid. You ain't going to get no money, just all honey. And 9 times out of 10, you're only going to get the honey one time. Man, anyone who does that is desperate. I don't care who you are. If you promote that, you desperate. There reeks of desperation. And women know, that's why women don't like it. Who is that desperate dude running up on me? Man, dude be running up on women while they out with their girls having lunch. Man, you ain't gonna get no success from a woman. When women are out with their girls, they out with their girl because they need that time with their girls. They probably out talking about men, talking about the dudes that's putting them through the blues or the things they going with the players they dealing with, or maybe they having man issues or whatever, man. They don't want to be bothered by you, and that's why they turn you down, homie. It takes a simp to embrace getting turned down by women, bro. That's real talk. It takes a simp. So when they try to compare pimps recruiting to simp shooting, you know what I'm saying? Man, you shoot your shot. Man, I ain't shoot my shot at no bra. I'm shooting my shot at some money. I'm shooting my shot at some success. I'm shooting my shot at making it to the next level in life. I ain't shooting my shot at no bra, man. Ain't nothing the game. You shoot your shot in basketball, you win a championship. You shoot your shot at your business, man, then you get successful on the other end. You become a millionaire. Man, you shoot your shot at a bra, you don't get nothing. Because here's the thing. It's not like dudes are out here trying to find that woman who could fit into their lives in a position and serve them. Man, they trying to get laid, man. And let me tell you something. If you in your late 30s, early 40s, 50s, somewhere around there, man, and you still around here chasing women trying to get laid, man, you stupid. You stupid, man. Because one of two things have happened. You've never accomplished anything in your life better than getting laid, which is a travesty. But you know what? Let's have a moment of silence for that man's future. If he has never accomplished anything greater than getting laid, let's have a moment of silence. Let's all bow. Peace be unto your future. Or another thing has happened. You couldn't get no women until you got in your 30s and 40s. And now you're going chasing a whole bunch of young women that you wish you could have had when you were younger. And so your success rate is even lower because if you couldn't get them then, you never learned how to deal with them. So when you approach them now, you come off like this old player who ain't got no game. So your odds are going to be even lower, man. And I hate to see brothers out here living like this, man. I hate to see brothers out here giving of themselves, man, you know, throwing themselves to the wolves, so to speak, man, because some fool is teaching them that. So you can teach game or you can teach the game. In the alpha sphere, we teach the game of life, baby. It includes women. It includes paper. It includes everything that builds up a man to be the best version of himself. It includes a relationship with the Most High. It includes a relationship with your inner man. It includes how to deal with other men. And it includes how to deal with brawls from a position of power. So you can teach game, but you can't succeed at nothing until you learn the game. And the game says that women don't like to be cold approached by dudes. Not only do they not like it, it turns them off. Listen, think about this. Sometimes you cold approach the woman and she give you her number and you still gotta call her and chase her and do all that, her trying to get the date. You know why you doing that? Because she don't like you. Some of these women are just too nice to blow you off. Some of these women, and then other of these women ain't nice at all. They keep you on the back burner because they know you're gonna be somebody they can use for a meal. You think about the way guys tell what's going on in the game, man. A woman use you for a meal. A woman use you for a date. She using you for that because she don't like you, fool. Why? Because you cold approached her, man. Let me tell y'all a secret. Y'all come here. Y'all come here. Tell everybody around you to be quiet because I'm gonna whisper this. Y'all come here. Come in close, man. Let me tell y'all something. Make sure ain't nobody else listening to this, man. Only the alpha sphere. Come on, man. When you cold approach a woman, she automatically views you as a simp. You ain't gonna hardly ever get laid. You ain't gonna never get paid. And she gonna use you to take care of her and her friends. And you around here telling your homies you finally got the date. Beta male, simp man, China mother. That's just between us, homies. Don't tell nobody. The woman doesn't respect you when you cold approach her. Women want to chase a man, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm not talking about chase. See, when these guys say chase, women don't approach men. Women, no, they don't approach men stupid like y'all approach women. Of course, women don't cold approach men. A woman will flirt with you enough to let you know she into you, though. That's a woman version of chasing. A woman version of chasing is to make sure you know she's into you. That's her version. No, she ain't gonna approach you. Just walk up to you. Hey, how you? No, not for real. Unless you're like a mixer or something like that, speed dating or something like that. But otherwise, she ain't hardly gonna cold approach you. But she will give you some flirting, man. Man, let me tell you something. Man, I done met plenty of women, man, who gave me that look, boy. I'm talking about this look right here. They doing something, they turn around, then they turn back, and then they turn back around like this. You know what I'm saying? Then I give them that. It's over then. And I give them that right there. This right here. That's my joint right there. LL lick his whole lips. Me, I just do this. That's my joint right there, man. I got her. She already let me know I like you. And then I hit her with the, I hit her with the lip tuck. I call it the tuck and roll, man. I hit her with the tuck and roll. I'm telling you, brothers, it does not make sense to cold approach women and even ask a woman for a date. Now, this gonna hurt some men feeling. Man, let me tell you something. You're a stone damn fool if you ask a strange woman to, nigga, you gonna beg a woman to take her to spend your money on her? You gonna beg her? Come on, man. You're gonna beg a woman to let you take her to spend your money on her. You're gonna ask her, can I take you out to dinner? Wait, hey, let me take you out. Let me take you out. Let me buy you a dress. Let me pay your light bill. Taking her out to dinner is the same thing as paying her light bill, same thing as buying her a dress, same thing as buying her kids some Pampers, same thing as paying her student loan. You starting off tricking off with your wallet, man. You're leading with your wallet. Ain't nothing worse than telling a strange woman, okay, I don't know you, but you deserve for me to take you to dinner. Bullshit. That's beneath me. It's beneath me to take a woman to dinner, man. If a woman ain't in my life already, it's beneath me. I've had some women on their channel the other day, man, and they were talking about, man, well, we ain't going on no date. We're not getting no sex if you don't take me on no date. Are you above dating? Are you above taking a woman on a date? Hell yeah, I'm above asking a woman out on a date. If you see me on a date with a woman, I ain't had to ask her. I said, hey, shawty, we're going to such and such a night, reservation at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Be ready at 7. No questions. No questions. If you can't do it like that, then you simping. Anything other than that is bona fide simping, homie. There you go. There you go, SJ3. I'll buy your clothes. I'll pay your rent. I'll cook your dinner too. Soon as I get home from work, this fool say he gonna go to work 8 hours. Come home. Buy her clothes. Pay her rent. Cook her dinner too. Listen. And give good love. So he gonna do his best to make that woman have the best sexual experience she ever had in her life after he buy her clothes, pay her rent, cook her dinner when he get home from work. Come on, man. I want y'all to think about the words to that song, man. That's crazy, man. So this is how men think today. They don't say it, but this is how they think. When you cold approach women, you got to be thinking like Babyface. You got to be. And guys will go tell a woman can say, well, I got a man. You know what they say? It don't matter. Well, that don't matter to me. If it don't matter to you, it don't matter to me. Man, these guys are straight up beta male simp manginas, man. I'm telling you. And it's really a travesty, man, that they out here teaching these boys this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. The worst way to deal with a woman in the world is the method that's being the most widely promoted. Dealing with a woman from a position of powerlessness, treating her like she's a queen, treating her like she's a prize, treating her like she's done something to deserve something from you just because she woke up this morning. Come on, man. That's absolute. That's why the success rate is so low. That's why the success rate is so low, man. And it's crazy, brothers. I think my camera done froze, man. We're gonna hold it right there, though. We're gonna hold it right there. As a matter of fact, I might look. How y'all hold on? I might use that image there for the thumbnail, man. I like that image right there. Let me take a snapshot of it right quick, man. Y'all give me a minute. I'm gonna snapshot this one right here. I can rock with this one. That's a pretty good image right there, man. I like that. Thumbnail all day, homie. Thumbnail all day. We're gonna hold on to that one. All right. So, what we got to keep in mind, man, that, no matter what we do or say in this society, man, we are the men who are going to make a difference in this society. You know what I'm saying? It's us, the alpha sphere. We're the men who are going to make a difference in this society. There's no one else. It's just us. And we got to be responsible for teaching these young men to stop playing these games out here with these bras. We got to be responsible for that. We got to let these young men know that it makes no sense for you to be out here living a life where you pedestalizing a woman, because she don't even put herself on a pedestal. She lacks confidence. She lacks self-esteem. She questions her own beauty. No matter how beautiful she is, she questions her own beauty all the time. And when you really think about it, man, you have to keep in mind that no matter what people say or think, we have to allow ourselves to be in the position where we understand the reality of living this life. You understand? We have to understand that no matter what's said or done, that we as men have to keep control of the relationship dynamic. And we can't do that when guys out here promoting this simping like they promoting this simping, man. I mean, they promoting simping 100%. Them lights bright, man. 100%. They promoting simping 100%, brothers. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. It makes no sense. Because, see, they say things like, it ain't tricking if you got it. Well, if you ain't got it, you can't trick. You understand? A lot of things that these young rap simps promote, even older guys are buying into it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a travesty. At some point, there has to be a point where men are old enough and wise enough, mature enough to break that simp cycle and stop promoting that stuff. It's doing more harm than it's doing help. It doesn't matter who gets the woman. It doesn't matter who gets opportunity to get laid. It doesn't matter who gets opportunity. None of that matters, man. You got guys out here respecting the intelligence of a woman who sees a handbag as a status symbol. These women out here bragging about blowing a bag on man. Women get their money back on income tax, man. I knew a woman, man, got 10 bands back, man. She blew 8 bands on a Birkin bag. She got 10 bands back and blew 8 bags on the Birkin bag, and she got 2 children, bro. I want y'all to think about that. She got 10 bands back and blew 8 bags, 8 bands on a Birkin bag. And it's the low-end Birkin bag. I want y'all to think about how crazy that is, man. A woman like that can't even have a conversation with me. I don't even want her in my presence. I don't want her nowhere near me, man. Nowhere. The majority of these women in the world don't deserve to be in the presence of an alpha king, man. They don't deserve it. And I meet them all the time. I meet women all the time, man, who are just stuck 100% on stupid. I swear I meet women who are stuck on stupid, man. I'd be like, man, hold up. I'm talking about in terrible financial condition. Man, listen, homie. Credit cards maxed out and still trying to shop. Caught up in fashion. Caught up in representing something that she can't afford. Making $30,000 a live, trying to live $130,000 a year lifestyle. Running up credit cards. Paying bills late. Making arrangements on bills. Doing something strange for a little piece of change. Whatever she got to do. Let me tell you, a woman you can't trust in this world. A woman who has expensive taste and broke money. If she has expensive taste and inexpensive finances, and you still see her wearing fly stuff, still looking like she getting money, she doing something strange for a little piece of change. You know what I'm saying? She got her a couple of seeking arrangement situations. And that's real, man. She got her a couple of seeking arrangement situations. Now, here's the thing. I meet them all the time. I meet young chicks all the time, man, who think we're gonna have that type of exchange where, you know, she gonna be my girl and I'm gonna pay stuff for her. I ain't gonna do it. I don't want no woman that I gotta take care of. If I do something for a woman, if I do provide for a woman, it's gonna be my choice. My choice. I don't want no woman who there is no other way she can survive if she's with me if I don't take care of her, man. I don't want that. That's a burden. I don't want the burden of taking care of a woman. I don't have no problem with that. But a woman has to be able to contribute. A woman has to be a contributor. A woman has to be able to at least contribute some effort and energy to increasing the revenue intake. And if she can't do that, man, what makes her deserving of me taking care of her? Like, let's talk about this. What makes a woman deserving of you taking care of her? You ain't gonna hardly meet no virgin. And right these days, you ain't gonna hardly meet a woman who ain't got a child. Tell me, what warrants you taking care of a woman? She got to be contributing to the finances. Her effort and energy has to be putting food on the table. She ain't even got to be contributing money, but her effort and energy has to be putting food on the table. And I ain't talking about the bread. I'm talking about her effort and energy has to be contributing to an increase in income. It has to be. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to meet a woman, man, she ain't going to be doing that. She ain't going to be doing that. But she don't even have to worry about it because you got these dudes on these seeking arrangement places who will make an arrangement with a woman to pay her just for her time. And that little cutie man can go on seeking arrangement and be a call girl. Be a chick that's spending time with dudes. And let me tell you something. You know when you see her, because of a woman living like that, man, her body going to have a funny odor to it. Her body going to have a funny aroma. It may not be something foul to you, but it's going to have a funny aroma to it. And it's going to be something that even when she fresh out the shower, her body just going to have an aroma to it. There's a curse to a woman living that type of life, man. And part of it is that stench that comes along with it. There's a I call it the harlot stench. There's a harlot stench. It's not a horrendous odor, but there is a harlot stench that comes along with a woman being a harlot. So then you got guys, man, promoting 50-50 relationships and open relationships and just all type of foolishness, man, that don't make no sense, man. Here's the thing. Why not just be single and ready to mingle rather than have an open relationship? Like, it don't make sense to me to have an open marriage. Like, it just don't make sense to me. I don't value the broad that much to keep her while she's doing whatever. Unless she is, boy, she got to be contributing some paper. She got to be responsible for a bunch of bread, boy. Then I will look at then, because her value starts to be increased more if she does that. And so, hey, man, listen. I mean, we'll have a real live. And here's the thing. Many of these guys love their woman. So they can't do that. My thing is that is a pimp. That's a pimp hoe relationship. Like if you're in an open relationship, you got a pimp hoe relationship. So, but unless you taking care of everything, unless you just got the woman living at home doing nothing and you taking care of, like if you paying the cost to be the boss and you paying all the bills, man, for a woman, and man, she still can go do what she want to do, man, you're a damn fool. You're a damn fool. But I mean, if she get out there getting money or contributing to finances in such a major way, then yeah, I can see that because that's just a basic pimp relationship. You know what I'm saying? If your woman getting money, if she bringing money into that household, man, I'm talking about undeniable increase in finances. Yeah, I'll be her pimp. I can do that. But then by that token, she gonna have to set the fact that I mean, in that situation, my when I add another woman to the stable, she come and live at the house with us. You see what I'm saying? I ain't just gonna have other women who don't contribute. Because my thing is this: if my woman at home contributing, how am I have another woman not contributing? That's unfair to me and the woman I got at home. If my woman at home is a top contributor to the upkeep of the kingdom, to the growth of the kingdom, how am I let some other bro just get my present, just get my wood, just get me making her feel all good, and she ain't contributing nothing? It's simping, homies. It's simping. That's all it is. The boy got to stop simping. They got to stop simping, man. Simping done bode well for nobody. Project Eric, appreciate the 5 bone. Even LeBron James was cold approaching women on IG back in the day, and he got rejected. That should be a wake up call for these simps. Craig Spencer, appreciate the 5 bone. Man, yeah, man. It should be a wake up call for him, man, but these dudes ain't gonna wake up. These dude Rip Van Winkle, man. 20-year nap. You know what I'm saying? Not they 20, they're on a 20-year nap, man. They can't recover from it. See, let me tell y'all something, man. This has deep-seated roots. Men started trading in masculinity for the thing that women wanted. And what women want is a dumbed down masculinity and a strengthened femininity. And that's the society we live in right now, where the men put themselves in a position to win and still be out here trying to impress the broad. Man, a woman got to impress me. If she want to be in my life, man, she got to impress me. Man, I've had women tell me, man, I don't have to prove anything. Okay, cool. Cool. Go on about your business then. I let them say that because they got a 10-year window before they be like, oh, man, I should have, man, if I had known what I know now, I would have did what BOA wanted me to do. He was one of a kind. See, a woman don't know you one of a kind until she start meeting other niggas comparing you to him. And then she realized that everything here's the thing. A woman don't want you to have other women. And so you're going to have other women anyway. And she believes that, well, I don't want to mind you cheat on me and all that, blah, blah, blah. She going to get with the next man. He going to have other women, but he ain't going to have all the strong masculine alpha characteristic that you have. So she gonna always take a loss for the rest of her life because every man is gonna do the things that she thinks she doesn't deserve, but she ain't gonna get none of the things that you bring to the table as alpha king. So she gonna move on with her life, and she gonna be 30 years old, 35 years old, saying, "Oh Lord, I wish I had done what BOA wanted me to do." That's what she gonna say. But it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late, man. And this is what women go through. But she's always got a saving grace. Because here's the thing you got to understand. Even when a woman can't get the man she wants, she can always get a man who wants her. Because these boys settle for anything. A woman can have 8 children by 10 men, and somebody gonna want her. I mean, somebody is going to want her. And he got to brag about it. He got, oh man, I'm just being a stepdad to all these other 18 children from these other men. Are you? Makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. When men traded in style for fashion, women took over their appearance. Now men look like women want them to look. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with letting women, like I let women, let me tell you something. I let my women pick my fragrances. The fragrances I wear, I let my women pick them. I'm gonna give y'all a dedicated video on that, man. It's gonna be a short. It's really gonna be a short. I'm gonna do a short. I'm gonna start doing those shorts, man. I'm gonna do a short. Why you should always let your women pick your fragrances. It's a real simple reason, and it's so game tight, man, that these boys don't want me to start dropping game. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay away from it, but I may. And the number one thing that these guys do, man, and the reason they out here cold approaching all that, because they believe pimping is dead. They can't wrap their mind around the concept of having a woman dedicated to the process of your progress, and you ain't got to marry her or do nothing stupid like that. I ain't finna marry now one of these bros, man. I ain't finna do it. There's a bunch of boys out here promoting that. I ain't finna marry now one of them. Not no legal marriage. I ain't finna legally marry now one of these bros, man. Now I ain't gonna say you won't see no bro with me with a ring on her finger. I might do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll go through the motions. If the woman present herself in the right way, I'll go through the motion. She just might not be the only one with a ring. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll lay claim to every woman in my stable, man. I'll lay claim to all of them. I'll put a ring on all their fingers. You understand? I'll do that. So I might have to buy 8 to 10 rings. That's cool. I'll do that. But that whole legal marriage thing, man, because here's the thing about the whole legal marriage thing. You're tied into the constructs of being whatever that woman wants you to be. Gone are your days of being able to just have other women anyway, because the woman can divorce you and take your stuff. So it don't make sense. Unless you meet that one woman, boy, to make you say, I don't ever want no other woman. Talk about that woman every time you see, I do love you. I love you. I love you. If you ain't mean her, you can't. You just can't do it, man. You know, a lot of these guys, man, don't understand one thing. The only position of power to deal with women from is dealing with women based on pimp principles. Otherwise, you're going to sound like a simp, look like a simp, act like a simp, and get treated like a simp. You can count on that. That's all that's going to happen. So when you cold approach a woman, she's looking at you like a simp. And unless you look like you got money, she may keep you in her stable if you look like you got money. Because she knows at some point when she ain't got nothing to do, when she can't get to any other man on the roster before you, and she got to go all the way down to the end of the bench, get the 8th man off the bench, she going to call you. You're going to finally get that date you want. But I promise you, it ain't going to be no loving at the end of the day for you, man. It ain't going to be no loving. It ain't going to be no sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. That's your theme song. That's what you're going to be saying to yourself because you're too busy worshiping women. You're too busy running around chasing bras down. You're too busy making random women feel like they so wonderful that you got to say something to them. You're going to die. Oh, I'm going to die if I don't say something to her. It's killing me not to talk to her. She's so beautiful. Beautiful. I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. The problem is Snoop made that song about his wife. You feel like that about a random woman you ain't never seen. Here's the thing. You don't even know if the woman got foul-smelling breath till you get up on her and talk to her. You don't know if the woman got musty pits until you get up on and talk to her. You don't know if the woman smell like the Riverside Fish House until you get up on her. You don't know nothing about her, homie. Woman could be fresh off of abortion, man. You don't know nothing about her. Panties could be full of money, stat 7 right now, man. You don't know nothing about her. She could have just finished around a 14-day antibiotics, man. You don't know nothing about her. She could be just coming back, man, from an outbreak of herpes simplex 2, man. You don't know nothing about her. She could be walking around with chlamydia right now and asymptomatic. You don't know nothing about her. She could be fresh out of the penitentiary. You don't know nothing about her. She could be sleeping with a dude who fresh out the penitentiary, who's in the penitentiary, still getting laid every night. Think about that. There's only one way he does that. Inside his cell. You don't know a woman well enough to cold approach her, young homie. You don't know her well enough to cold approach her. There is no benefit there that's good enough that you know is there for sure for you to cold approach a woman. Don't embrace being turned down by that which is beneath you. When you see that woman, she is beneath you. So why are you going and saying, I'm willing to be turned down and rejected by that which is beneath me? If your boss come to you at work and say, hey, look at here, I need you to do this by 3:00 p.m. And you say, man, you better go do it your damn self. You think he's going to take that from the person that's beneath him? Nah. You're going to have some trouble at work. So why are you going to take that rejection from the person that's beneath you? I know why. Because you listen to beta male simp manginas who teach you that the woman is above you. That's why. You listen to those type of simps who teach you that you are beneath the woman. That the woman is a prize, that you should chase the woman. You should be happy to get the woman. You should be thrilled, overjoyed to have a woman in your life, to have a woman even talk to you. They're living vicariously through you, young brother. They want you to do what they couldn't do. And that's how the confidence to go chase women. They don't know that you're getting rejected like that because they didn't do it when they were your age. They fools in their 30s and 40s going to cold approach women. They didn't know. They don't know what that's like for a young man who ain't accomplished nothing in his life yet. You don't have no level of success. You can't say, well, don't worry about it. I don't care about her rejecting me. I got paper. You ain't got no paper. You in your early 20s, man. You're trying to get to the paper. Man, stop cold approaching these bras, man. That's all I can say to you. Stop cold approaching these bras. Iconic One, appreciate the $50 super sticker, man. Appreciate the sponsorship. Embrace Black, appreciate the dime. Great info, bro. Salute to you, man. Stop cold approaching these women, man. If you cold approach 100, you're only going to get 2, maybe 5. If you're lucky, you get 10. That's a 10% success rate. Don't be stupid and stick to something that only gives you a 10% success rate, man. And don't let nobody tell you, well, a 10% success rate is good with women. Well, how the hell is bad and everything else, but it's good with these bras, man? Don't let nobody tell you that stupid, man, you go for it, man. Use your brain. You know it don't feel good, man, to have no. And here's the thing. You approach the woman because you think you can get her. Why are you going to get rejected by somebody that you think should be beneath you enough where they just embrace you when you approach them? We don't live in a society where cold approach is it's not even valid to do it. There is nothing to gain from cold approaching a woman. Because here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, you don't want a woman that you cold approach to even want to get with you like that, because you can't take it any further than sex because you have already put her on a pedestal. Men who truly value their manhood and masculinity, man, they do not cold approach women. I don't care who you are. I'm telling you right now, if you're listening, if you cold approach women, you do not value your manhood and masculinity. You're desperate and you ain't got no bras. So stop faking like you got them. You ain't got them. Cold approach worked in the 80s, 90s maybe. Man, we in the 2020s. That cold approach shit don't work. Women get too much validation to accept you. You know how many, a beautiful woman, you know how many motherfuckers in her DMs every day? You know how many, she posts a picture, man. Do you read the comments? Folks be sending me comments on the chick pictures all the time, man. Sometimes they send me the comment, don't even send me the picture. But I be seeing what these guys be saying. You think you walking up saying, "Hey, you beautiful"? You think that means something? She got guys telling her, man, they'll drink her bath water. She got guys telling her they want to eat their rice out of her panties, man. You got guys telling her, man, they want to put in a tortilla, man, and eat it like a taco. How you gonna compete with that out here cold approaching? Social media has killed the cold approach. Stop being stupid. Embrace the fact that social media has changed some things, and the cold approach is one of those things. Hell, truth be told, y'all come here, come closer again. We can't let everybody hear this, man. They be over here eavesdropping, trying to listen in. Y'all come closer. Social media didn't just change the cold approach. It changed the whole damn dating game. The dating game is dead because of social media. Stop doing it. Cut it out, homies. The dating game is dead. Cold approach is dead. All of that stuff is dead, man, because of social media. Meeting women, you ain't got to go nowhere and meet women. If you do meet a woman somewhere out in public, that woman probably out somewhere trying to detox from all the social media attention. Especially if she's beautiful and she actually is active on social media. A woman that's active on social media don't want nothing except the man who views her as a piece of meat. You got a better chance of just happening upon a woman who got a high social media presence and just kind of, just acting like she don't matter. Women at a certain point get tired of being pedestalized. They want to be put in their natural place, and her natural place is a position of servitude. Her natural position is a position of reverence to a man. You understand? Her natural position is a position of submission. And guys aren't teaching that at all. And you got these baby mothers talking about, well, submission don't matter. What is it to submit from her? What is it to submit from her? Yeah, I know, because you ain't never had a woman submit to you, so yeah, it ain't nothing to you. But that's cool. That's cool. That's your thing, homie. I know the bottom line is this. I'm tired of these guys telling these young men to be out here cold approaching, man, because that shit don't work. Women don't want it. Matter of fact, I got a piece of content coming for y'all tomorrow, man. I'm gonna record it when we're done with this. I got a piece of content coming for y'all tomorrow, man, where a chick is saying just that. And she's a very popular chick. She bad for the most part. Sometimes makeup be looking busted, but I mean, she's attractive enough. She's attractive enough to have a huge social media following. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about huge. Very well known in celebrity circles. And she sounds exasperated when she says, stop approaching. Don't shoot your shot. I'm telling you guys, women don't want you to shoot your damn shot. They hate being cold approached. Now, if she flirts with you, now they love to turn you down. Like you're catering to a woman's building of her own self-esteem to allow her to turn you down. You think you're doing a positive thing? You think you're doing something positive for yourself because you let a woman blow you off? No, you're doing something positive for her. You take a woman who ain't had a man approach her, man, all like that video I put on Rebecca Lynn Pope, man. Rebecca Lynn Pope got to be in her 50s. Talking about, look how excited she was because some man cold approached her. And she was even more excited that she got a chance to turn him down. And then all he did was walk off when he turned her down because these dudes are trained to just accept that rejection. So they go, they approach. They almost know they're going to get turned down. If you know the success rate of the cold approach, you almost know you're going to get turned down. So that's where offering to take a woman out on a date came from. When the cold approach stopped working 20 years ago, when the cold approach started working 20 years ago, really 25 years ago, when the cold approach started working 25 years ago, the guy said, okay, we can't just walk up and approach the woman. Now what are we going to do? Offer to take her to dinner. So guys go up and lead with that. After the introduction, they very quickly get to taking a woman somewhere, doing something for the woman, which then gets you put on a roster. Guys have gotten to the point where they settle for the quote unquote success of being added to a woman's roster. You don't even get a check being added to the women's roster. If you're on the NBA roster, man, you ain't never got to see the court in play. Man, listen, boy, you ain't got to see the court till garbage time, but you getting a check. You getting a game check. You could be on the practice squad on NFL team. You getting a check. You understand? You can be a backup. You getting a check. You can be a special team player. You getting a check. And every time that ball get kicked off, you on the field. That's all I'm saying, homies. There's got to be a better way to do this, man, than teaching these young men, man, to be stupid out here. See what we got up in here, man. Missed a couple of super chats. Pastor Ecky, man, what's good, brother? Appreciate the dime. Appreciate the dime. Salute. Aaron Parker, man, appreciate the 5. A king doesn't bow to his subjects. Exactly. Well put. Sko, what up, man? Appreciate the 5. Didn't vet the last 2 ladies I was with before I found the doc. Found out one was 30 plus dudes, and the other called herself a serial monogamous. Serial monogamous. That's crazy. FM Chico, salute, brother. Appreciate the dime. Appreciate the 5. In my experience, if she's into you, she will approach you, at least put herself in a position for you to do so. Salute, Doc. Exactly. She'll at least put herself in a position, man. Spark 1. Appreciate the 5. So we wait for a signal to holler at them. No, you don't wait for no signal, man. You go about your damn life. Here's the thing, man. You ain't got no business waiting to holler at women. Fill your life up with shit where you ain't got time to worry about hollering at women. And if you fill your life up with stuff and build yourself up, then women are going to get that energy off of you. That energy of success, the energy of power, the energy of influence. Now you ain't waiting on shit. It's even weaker. And listen, I know you've heard that from somebody, but that's just a weak argument these dudes give against a not code approaching. Well, I'm just supposed to wait for choosing signals. Nah, man. No. If you think waiting for anything from a woman, then you got some growing up and maturing to do as a man. Any man who's ever told you so that the opposite of code approaching is waiting on choosing signals, your ass ain't got no business focusing on women like that. Unless your ass filthy rich, and even if you're filthy rich, at that point, you need to have one woman that you can kind of believe gonna hold you down. So now, bro, you don't wait for a signal. You just go about your life. And when a woman does give you an attraction confirmation, then here, let's put it like this. If you're taking care of your business, your ass ain't got time to be worrying about women on a daily basis. Like, I have very little time to think about women. Very little time. I'm busy as hell. Get busy. Then you don't have time to worry about women all the time. That way, when you're out doing something, you finally take a break and you're out doing something, women gonna feel that energy of success, the energy. I'm a man, I work hard, I grind. Now I'm out here just chilling, relaxing. Let me tell you something, man. When I was in Florida, man, I get so much attention, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm a G. So let me tell you what I did. Let me get this. Aaron Murphy, appreciate the 5 bone, free meal. Yeah, real talk. So let me tell you what I did, man. Here's what I do when I pull up somewhere. I always stay somewhere fly whenever I travel. So I'm down there, man, doing my thing. Pull up at the Ritz-Carlton, presidential suite. Valet. The head of valet was there. I got there in the morning. The head of valet was there. Tipped him 50. Everybody else who was out there on his team tipped them 20. Now, every time that shift flipped for that first day, because there's only a day's shift, and then the next day they're the same workers, maybe not the same shift, but it's the same workers. I made sure that throughout that day that I came in and out as the shift changed, and I kept tipping. Tipped there. Now moving on after that, I tipped everybody $20. I probably ended up tipping a total about $300. But what they did, they parked me right in front of the door. So every time I came out, they just walked up to me, gave me my key. My car was right in front of the door. Now, granted, there was a Bentley in front of me, there was a Phantom behind me, and there was an Audi. That was Audi R8. There was an Audi R8 up in front of that one. So it were 4 cars there. And of course, I was in my Escalade. And those 4 cars up there look like money. And people noticed that. They noticed that. And they also noticed that when they was coming up, they couldn't get parked in those spaces because there were 4 cars who were going to be parked in those spaces, and my car was one of them. As people noticed that, women, even some women who were with men, start to flirt. Why? Because I look like money. And I'm being treated with a level of prestige. Now, that ain't even why I did it. I did it because I knew I didn't want to have to wait on my vehicle. So I made sure they understood. Before I left, I made the head of valet was there. He said, "Man, I just want to thank you. You took real good care of my guys, man, and you know that they were happy to serve you, man. And they said if everybody was like you, this would be the best job in the world." I said, "Man, everybody should get like me, man." And I left. But that's how I do. I just move like that because I know all the added benefits that come with it. I didn't even think about the benefits of women saying, "Oh, who is that guy?" But this is just how one of the things. This is just that, and that's just something real simple. That was just a benefit of me just being who I am. You become the best version of yourself and live the life that you want to live. The benefits come, and one of those benefits is women, attention from women. These guys who be talking about they don't get no attraction confirmation from women, it's because they ain't doing shit with their lives. Sitting at home and shit. Chris Crawford, appreciate the dime. Point of the chat was in connection to the point of you have no clue what a woman had. It doesn't have to be HIV, but they can have the world of stuff to share. Let me go back up there and see what you're saying, Skull. Yeah, I get it, man. Yeah. You have to, man. Like you have to vet women. But what are you vetting them for? Because you don't have to vet women for sex. You can't vet her for sex. The only thing you can vet her for sex is you got to have sex with her. Strap up. You can't vet her for that. So you can't just be dealing with women because you look at them and they look like, oh, she's beautiful. I want to have sex with her. When you're a grown man, you got to be getting more from the women in your life than just sex, man. You know, you got to, man. If not, you're still living like a little boy. You got to be, because you're more valuable than you ever been. When you increase your value to a certain point, the people that come around you have to contribute something. Well, you ain't got nothing. Okay. I ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing, baby. Let's hang out. But when you start building yourself up, you have to value yourself, man. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give y'all a secret right now, man. Then we're going to close this thing out. You have to value yourself more than you value your money. That way, no matter what a woman's financial value is to you, you never put her before you put yourself, because her value is only going to be financial. What she can bring, what she can't bring, what she's worth, what you're buying from her, what you're willing to pay for. You keep her value at financial. What she can bring to the table financially, how she can contribute to the finances, and always elevate your own value above the money. That way, the money and the broad stay beneath you in value. And you never find yourself elevating the broad on the pedestal like she's a prize. Flam, Harlem World, aka SJ, formerly known as SJ3. Salute to y'all brothers, man. Salute to the brothers with the support of the show, the sponsorships, man. Good show, good topic, man. Music and money. Appreciate the fire, man. Go and drop that game, big homie. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it. So let's get ready to head on out of here, man. I appreciate y'all being in the joint, man. It's been real in the field. Think I might get out, man, and I might travel a little bit this weekend, man. But we'll be back on Monday, man. I think I'm finna get to the point, man, where I ain't gonna do no weekend shows, man. I might drop some content, but it won't be no weekend shows, man. Flams, again, man, I salute to you, man, and the brother SJ, man. Appreciate y'all, brothers. Teflon, I see you, Tef. B. Ross, appreciate the fire. Guys don't understand that relationships are a woman domain. They are, man. When emotions are invoked, that becomes a woman's domain. A woman is in control of the relationship once you become emotional in a relationship. Don't do it to yourself, homies. Leave the emotion to the broads. while we continue to get money and ball. You dig? Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. We're going to head on out of here. Great piece of content coming for y'all tomorrow. Appreciate support on the King Ray Ray Show. Peace.
Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
You see, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though.